Have you ever had the feeling that the entire universe is against you? Yeah, that's how I feel daily. Today, the weather may not cooperate, but I don't care because no matter what, I am determined to conquer Monte Cornizzolo and have great pictures along the way. First stop, the mysterious San Pietro al Monte Abbey. Who knows what hidden treasures awaits there? Camera lenses? Check. Food and water? Check. Umbrella? Nah, I don't need it. I already have like 6 kilos in my bag. So, let's do this. Well, I just walked 5 meters and the first problem appeared. The flow of the river was too high and I couldn't cross to the other side. After contemplating my options, I decided to take off my boots and dip my feet into the cold water. The rocks of the river were slippery, so I had to be careful to not have a bath. After crossing it, I wore my boots again and continued my journey. This minor problem was nothing compared to what was waiting for me that day. Well, as you can see before, I took off my lenses. I want to cover all the focal range from 16 to 100 millimeters. It's my first time here, so I have no idea what I'm going to find. And I don't want to miss any shot today. Probably I'm not gonna use the wide angle lens, but what is 1 kilo more in my bag? Nothing that I cannot handle it. Well, today is not really cold. There are like 10 degrees or so. Probably at the top of the mountain it's colder. But right now, the only problem that may have is the rain. According to the forecast, it's gonna be raining all day. So I'm afraid that when we arrive at the top of the mountain, it's gonna be covered by clouds and we won't have any view. But you know, in life, if you don't risk, you never win. And it wouldn't be the first time that the weather forecast failed. So, let's go! Oof, this ancient path is quite slippery and dangerous when it's wet. Anyway, if you wanna go out days like this to take some photos, be sure that your camera and lenses are sealed against water and dust. I mean, if you already watched one of my previous videos, you would already know that I broke one of my cameras in a day like this. The problem was that the camera wasn't sealed against water and the connection between the camera and the lens didn't work anymore. Instead, the same day I used a sealed camera and it still works like the first day, and it already has 5 years. So, let's keep walking. From that moment on, the path became more difficult, and the backpack started to weigh heavily. In one of these informative panels, I just read the legend of the San Pietro's monastery. The legend says that this monastery was built by the last king of Lombard, Desiderio, in 772. Seems that his son Adelchi drank a bit of water from a spring around here and was healed. So I think that first I'm gonna start looking for this miraculous water and drink a lot. Who knows, maybe I stop losing air on my head. Finding the magical spring didn't take much effort. After just 5 minutes of walking, there it was, in plain sight. After drinking a considerable amount of water, hoping to grow more air in my head, I reached my first destination, where 2 surprises awaited me. One good and one bad. We did it, finally! First step complete! Well, it was harder than I thought. Well, the path is not so difficult, but having 6 kilos in my bag, it makes harder than I thought. We did more or less the half of the way, so now I deserve a bit of rest. Bad news, everyone! Fortunately, I couldn't make a photo here. The church over there is closed and I couldn't get in. The people who work here told me that it's forbidden to take pictures, so I couldn't make anyone. Anyway, a local person from here is telling me that there is a waterfall over there. It's 10 minutes walking and he's taking me over there. So, lei ¿cómo se llama?
Gaudencio.
Aspetta.
Gaudencio.
Ma lei come si chiama? Gaudenzio.
Bravo, giusto.
Gaudenzio.
Sì.
Allora andiamo alla cascata?
Cascata, io abito Civate.
Ah, di
case lì vicino.
Sì, sì.
Gaudenzio.
Allora andiamo alla cascata?
Bravo.
Va bene.
Bravo.
Given that the bad weather is perfect for waterfall photography, I decided to go with Gaudenzio to the secret waterfall that only a few lucky ones know about. As soon as we arrived, and while Gaudenzio admired the beautiful waterfall, I began to search for the best possible composition. And what caught my attention was the S-shaped curve that the waterfall had. The S-curve is one of the best as it connects all parts of the photo in a very harmonious way. Also, as advice, I would say that when photographing waterfalls, it's obligatory to use a polarizing filter to remove unwanted glares and saturate the colors more. After packing everything up and almost losing the tripod leg again, it was time for Gaudenzio and me to go our separate ways. Allora signore, le piace la foto che hai fatto?
Bellissima.
Bellissima?
È la cascata là di San Pietro al Monte.
Molto bella?
Dietro. Molto bella, non è segnalata, l'ho portato là io perché io sono
non informazione per lei, per la cascata, non informazione.
No.
So.
Ecco, io abito a Civate, mi chiamo Gaudenzio, ho 85 anni e mi piace venire su tutti i giorni. Se trovo qualcuno da chiacchierare come oggi, sono contento.
Grazie mille per l'informazione. A me non mi piace molto la foto, però sta bene la foto. Allora, io vado al Monte Cornizzolo,
sì.
Lei va per
Civate.
Allora, grazie mille per tutto. Un arrivederci.
Ecco, grazie.
Ciao. Just as I bid farewell to Gaudenzio, the weather began to turn fierce, and doubts started to grow within me. What a nice guy. He told me where is a secret waterfall. Also, he told me that to reach the Monte Cornizzolo is 1 hour left. But I'm afraid I'm not gonna make it because I can hear that the storm is coming. Probably I'm gonna wait a bit until the storm is gone and see what happens. After waiting for 10 minutes and seeing the storm recede, I made one of the worst decisions I could have made at that moment and decided to push forward. The storm cleared, but only for a moment, and the rain and wind began to blow hard, and the path was slippery as it was wet. Oh my god, this is horrible. It's not raining anymore, but the wind is so strong. Oh my goodness. At least over there it looks like it's getting better, the weather. Shit, it's raining again. Oh my goodness. The top is over there. It's not too much, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Really, it's getting really hard. I don't know, let's keep walking, but I cannot promise you anywhere. At that moment, I barely had any strength left, but it seemed like the wind and rain were easing up. So I continued on, hoping that the worst was over. Fortunately, I was completely wrong. Oh my god, it's raining again. Oh my goodness. I cannot anymore. My legs are saying to stop. But anyway, look at here. What a beautiful view. And I'm almost there. This is the top of the mountain, but as I told you before, I cannot anymore. I mean, it's getting windy again, it's raining harder. I think I'm gonna go down. Well, first I'm gonna take the photo and I'm going down. Also, I think I took the wrong way because I'm walking more than 2 hours and I didn't make it. So it's getting dark, so I'm gonna take the picture fast and go down. Oh my god. And as I was preparing to take a photo, one of the every landscape photographer's worst nightmare occurred. All the rain stops, all the wind knocked the camera to the ground and the lens broke. The lens is broken again. It's unbelievable. At least I can record. I have only 20mm right now, but this is fucking unbelievable again. Nevertheless, I decided to take a photo before the standing. So I cleaned the water droplets off the lens and placed the camera back on the tripod. To be honest, at that moment I didn't have the strength to even think. I followed my instincts and photographed what I felt might work. That day, I learned 2 wise lessons. The first one is never to leave your camera alone on a windy day, and the second is that it's not a good idea to go out to a new place when the conditions are difficult. As I descended, anger and sadness accompanied me with each step. All the effort invested, the excitement of the trip, faded away into the mist. But a few days later, after reflecting on what happened, I realized what's important: the experience I lived. Not all photos will be perfect, nor will all journeys have a happy ending. Landscape photography, like life itself, is full of unexpected events. But it's in those challenges where the true essence lies, the adventure that enriches us as people and photographers. If it weren't for photography, I could have never met Gaudencio, for which I am very grateful, nor enjoyed the immensity of that landscape. And I'm already looking forward to returning, camera in hand, in search of new adventures to tell. Well, I made it. The beginning was really nice, talking with this guy, showing me the secret waterfall and so on, but in the end was a completely disaster. Still have to check it out the photos on the computer, but anyway, I don't think it's worth it. I am completely tired, I broke again a lens. I think it's not gonna be worth it anyway. So, that's it. Oh, I think I drank too much this miraculous water. Shit, have to go to the bathroom. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Joder, que me cago.